Hello everyone, I'm Bingja. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about percentage. So percentage is how would I rate it? It's not too hard, but it's not really easy as well. So we're gonna see. What do you think? So is a percentage is a how do I describe this? Let's say 100 is the whole number. So we're gonna find what is 50 out of 100, right? So 50 out of 100 is 1 over 2. So if we multiply by 100%, so 50 is 50% of 100. All right, so if we are to draw a big circle, right, how many proportion is it to the big number, right? It's a little bit hard to describe here. I'm gonna show you a little bit more examples, right? So if we are to look for the percentage of 36 in 40, right? So what we will do is 40 is the big number and we are looking for 36, and we will multiply this with 100%, and this will give us 90%. All right, so this means that 36 is 90% of 40. All right, so this is like a basic view, a brief of what percentage does. So in exam they will usually ask about selling price. All right, so let's say for EG they're gonna say the selling cost is X, all right, RMX, and then a discount of Y is given. All right, then find the final price after the discount. All right, so this is one of the examples of the question. So we will look at the examples after that. All right, I mean, that's all I will have to say for percentage. So let's jump straight into the examples. All right, so we are here at our first example of percentage. So 60% of the pupils at the school are girls, and there are 762 girls at this school. So calculate how many boys are there at this school. So I'm not sure about the grammars, but just take note of it. We are gonna look at the information given. All right, the information given is 60% of total, which we will denote X be a total X are girls, right? And we also know that 762 girls is in this school. So calculate how many boys are there, the number of boys. All right, so first thing, we will need to provide an expression to start out, right? So from the first information given, 60 out of 100 of total are girls, right? So 100% denotes as X because it's the total, and 60 is the percentage of girls as compared to the whole sum of the pupils in the school, is equals to 762 over X, right? So this is the first expression that you need to provide. Why is it so? I'll explain it again, right? 60%, the percentage means out of 100. So 60 over 100 is equals to 762 over a total, right? Do you get it? So 762 girls over a total number of students X is equivalent to 60% of the total. Okay, so this is the first equation that you need to get. And from here, you can find out that X is equals to 762 divided by times 100 divided by 60. Then from here, you can get your total number of pupils to be 1270. All right, so from here, there are two methods to actually get the number of boys. Number of boys for method number 1 can be equals to the total number minus girls. All right. Of course, from here we are assuming there are only boys and girls in this school. Extra, unforeseen cases are except otherwise. All right. So 1270 minus 762. Therefore, we will get 508 boys in this school. And what's the second method? If you want to double check it, we will take, since 60% is girls, then we know that 40% is boys, are boys, right? So we will take 1270 times 40 divided by 100. Then from here, you can further prove that the answer is the same as 508 boys. All right, so this is how a percentage question will work. And let's look at the next example. All right, so at the second example here, we have quite a long question here. So let's read it. Brian ordered 100 boxes of glass containers. There are 3 dozen of glass containers in each box, and he paid 70 ringgit for each box. Of all the glass containers he bought, 6.5% had broken during delivery. Calculate the selling price of each glass containers if Brian wishes to make 60% profit. So this is a type of example which is a little bit complicated because there are a lot of information given in the question, and you will want to expect this kind of question to come out in your actual IGCSE exams. So although it looks complicated, but we will do it one by one. We will extract all the useful information one by one. So first thing, Brian ordered 100 boxes of glass containers. There are 3 dozen of glass containers in each box, so we know that 1 dozen is equals to 12 items. All right, so every boxes there are 3 dozen of glass containers, and in every dozen there is 12 of them. So this will mean Brian actually have bought 3,600 glass containers. Glasses. I'll just call it glasses for now because glass container is a little bit big. All right, in each box, and he paid 70 ringgit for each box. So what is the amount that he paid? He total pay? All right, so 100 boxes multiplied with 70, because 70 ringgit each box, which means he paid this 7,000 ringgit as a cost, right? So we call this as the cost of purchasing all these glass containers. So of all the glass containers he bought, 6.5% had broken during delivery. So out of, right? So what this means is out of 3,600 glasses, 6.5% of 3,600 had broken. All right. So there are a few ways to actually do it. First thing, you can multiply it. 3,600 multiply with 6.5%. You can press it from your calculator very easily to get the answer as 234. But this is the amount broken. So you will need to look for what is uh, the amount of glass containers to be sold. All right, is 3,600 minus 234, which is equals to 3,600 minus 234, 3,366. Okay, and this is the first method. All right, and the second method is a little bit easier and faster, but it requires a little bit of trick. So since 6.5% is broken, the remaining ones is obviously 100% minus 6.5%, which gives you 93.5% remaining. So from 3,600, we can multiply 93.5% directly, so that we will get the same answer as the times 93.5%. So we will have 3,366 directly from as the same as the one above. All right, so this is two methods that you can choose to use. I will personally prefer the second method because if you use the first method, you might forget to subtract the amount broken out from the total amount. All right, so we will, okay, the next one. Calculate the selling price of each glass containers if Brian wishes to make 60% profit. So if he wants to make 60% profit, all right, we need more space. Okay, let's draw a line here first. Okay, Brian paid RM 7,000. Okay, if he wants to make a 60% profit, what is the total what is the total selling price, what is the total income that he will need to take? All right, so if he paid 7,000, there are two methods to calculate that again. Number one is 7,000 you multiply with the amount of profit that you want to make, and this is 4,200, and after that you will need to add it in so that you will get the amount that you will need to sell, all right, the sell or income, right? And the second method is 7,000 multiplied with 160%, right? So this is very straightforward because if 7,000 is 100%, then you will need an additional of 60% of profit. So it will be straightly 160%. So if you press the calculator, you will get the same answer as above, or 11,200. All right. So this is something, again, I would prefer the second method because you might forget this line and you will get the wrong answer. Okay. So next thing, if we are to sell 11,200, the question is asking for the selling price of each glass container, right? So now you can only, how many spaces do we still have? All right. So after we had arranged all these informations available, you can only sell 3,366 glasses, and you must have an income of 11200 income. So the last step will be pretty much easy. I hope you know how to do the last step, right? It will be just 11200 divided by 3,366 glasses. So for one glass, you will need to sell RM 3.33. All right, so this is the amount that you need to sell for one glass, right? So if you want to double check, this is to check, is RM 3.33 higher than your selling price, all right, because you must make sure that your selling price is always higher than your cost of buying in. So from up here, he paid 70 ringgit for each box, all right, and every single box there are 36 glasses. So the cost for one glass is 70 divided by 36, because there are 3 dozens and every dozen have 12 glasses in every single box. So the cost of him buying is actually RM 1.94 per glass containers, and he needs to sell RM 3.33 in order to make 60% profit. All right, so this is the final answer. And just a small note here, you cannot just multiply 160% to this 1.94, because you need to remember that there's a total of 234 glasses broken during the delivery. So you cannot check by just multiplying 160% to 1.94 ringgit. this check here is just to make sure that your selling price is higher than your cost price, because this is a common sense, right? You don't do you don't do lost business, right? So yeah, this is all the examples I have for percentage, and it will be similar to this. All right, for exams, it will be similar to this kind of a hard type. So you will need to extract information one by one and make sure that you don't freak out once you see this kind of long, complicated questions. All right, so yeah, I hope you guys will understand this. And if you have any queries or questions, please feel free or do not hesitate to direct message me through Instagram. I'll try my best to help. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for the next video.